Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Why is it not pushing it? Technical difficulties. I don't know what's wrong with my feed. Good morning, Grandma Kathy. Yeah, I had trouble my feed is not pushing out notifications. I don't know why. So I just decided to go live and see if it push it out now. Let's get in here. Is it okay? It's public. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, but I'm trying to see. Okay, maybe this will work because I just made it go. I just sent it straight out, and let's see if they. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, YouTube is not sending out my notifications. So I don't know if me trying to fix the video feed, if I messed something up. I'll put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. 1 in the chat if you can hear me, please. Okay, Grandma Kathy, you can hear me? Yeah, I was fixing the feed so I could just go direct. Okay, y'all coming in now. I don't know what happened. Like, I scheduled it, but I think because I was doing a test, I was doing a couple test runs, and then I forgot to delete my test run. So I think I kind of confused my whole algorithm or the YouTube algorithm. But now it look like it's catching up. So let's let everybody come on in here. Give it a second. We got Diddy, Mo Diddy, and whatever else we want to talk about. Man, I just want to make sure the video is not going in and out today. As you can see, we got a direct feed. As long as y'all can hear me and see me, this video is not going out. So I might have messed up a few things, but going forward, we got the video issue fixed. So come on in, come on in. I'm glad now the video ain't going in and out. We can just talk smoothly without all the extra, without all the video going out. Good morning, Grandma Kathy, Maurice, Enoch. What is going on? What is going on? Let's get this party started, right? Diddy been exposed. Will Smith has come out speaking on the allegations, finally. And shit, let's get this party started. Let's get popping. Hold up. Let's get started this morning. Good morning, Lizzie. Sorry, y'all. I'm actually fixing the video. But as you see, look at our feed now. Not going in and out. It took me almost an hour.
It's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show. Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Okay, Grandma. Hey, Angelique. We're going to let it run one more time. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so we can talk. I'm letting the algorithm catch up with me. Grandma Kathy said she may have to leave early today. All day testing for her upcoming surgery on the 14th. I'm praying to pass with glowing results. I believe, if I remember, Grandma Kathy, you getting a hip replacement. We praying for you either way. I believe it's a hip replacement, though. Let me know if I'm right about that. Come on in. We letting the algorithm catch up, y'all. I was doing so much testing today. I kind of like threw off the algorithm. That's why y'all didn't get the notifications.
8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show.
Angelique.
8:30 a.m.
What's up, Angelique Jackson? Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
We about to get started. I had to get an algorithm a little time to catch up.
Wake up, it's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Come on in, y'all. We about to get started.
Swine.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Swine.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show.
The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Let's get started, y'all. So we got a lot to talk about. No, that was my fault, y'all. It just died. We all good. Hip replacement for Kathy. Everybody everybody put prayers in the air for Kathy. She got a hip replacement coming up. We definitely want you to have a successful surgery. Very successful. You're gonna be fine. You know, like we always say, our prayers work. Yeah, that was my fault, y'all. That wasn't the internet or nothing. I didn't have the charger plugged in. I did everything else, but didn't have my charger plugged in on the camera. So that was totally my fault. That was my fault. My fault. But let's get started, man. How's everybody feeling today? Fire Glory in the building. I see you.
Now, he said 2025 last year, RLA, with perpetrated
Will Smith.
38, 40 years. Now,
Will Smith speaks out on Bilal. Did y'all see it? Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Felicia. How's everybody doing? We got to get started. Let's get started now. Diddy's plan been exposed, y'all. Diddy's plan has been exposed by your boy, Mark Curry. Y'all remember Mark Curry? Mark Curry used to rap on Diddy's label. He was on Bad Boy. I told y'all before, he was on the song We Ain't Going Nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. He was the one who also said Diddy didn't have any talent, so on and so forth. And he's come out making some explosive allegations. And I'm going to tell you what he said. Now, we're going back to the Diddy trial. Remember, y'all remember we talked about how it didn't make any sense that we first started hearing about this. Y'all won't believe this. Now my AT&T internet stopped working. Y'all, why they messing with me, man? Am I telling too many truth? Too much truth? Something going on now. AT&T got the fiber optic stuff, the fiber brand new top of the line. There's no way my AT&T internet is unstable. There's no way. We got the best internet AT&T offer. As a matter of fact, it's the fiber optic new shit. So what I had to do is I turned that off and I'm operating off my personal hotspot. Y'all, the truth tellers are under attack. The truth tellers are under attack. This don't make no sense. There's no way my AT&T Wi-Fi, which is the top of the line, you don't get any better internet than we got. But so what I just did, I turned it off and I'm on my personal hotspot now. So let's see if we can continue now on my personal hotspot. Yeah, it's definitely sabotage. There's no way. We got the best internet that's out right now, the highest speed and everything. It's cold here, but it's not like windy, or it's not like somebody asked how the weather is. It's cold here, but it's not like nothing out the ordinary. But as you can see so far, my personal hotspot working, unless they try to attack that. Okay, so Felicia said she got HBO Fire. I got AT&T. But I'm on my personal hotspot now, so put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. If it's operating fine now, put a 1 in the chat. So I can continue. It's just technical difficulty. The video working now. Now they talking about my internet is unstable. Okay, good. So let's continue. It's definitely cold here, but let's continue. So remember, I'll go back to the Diddy trial, what's been exposed. So remember when Diddy first started, when the trial, well, not when the trial first started. Let's go back to when the FBI, or I'm saying actually the feds, raided Diddy's homes. Now, when they raided Diddy's homes, they found all kind of video footage. And immediately, word spread, rumors spread. People start coming out saying Diddy had hidden cameras in all the rooms, and he collected footage of everybody he collected footage from everybody. Footage for the purposes of blackmail, favors. Politicians were rumored to be on these videos. Of course, celebrities, rappers, entertainers, actors, all kind of people were rumored to be on this footage. And we heard it from a lot of reliable sources that knew firsthand. So as we were approaching this trial, we were hearing about footage that had celebrities on it. You know, I don't need to name all of them, but I remember Usher, different, even Justin Bieber, just different celebrities and politicians were supposed to be on this camera footage. So as we were approaching the trial, we were waiting to see, oh, remember we were talking about it, we would say, man, I wonder who's on those tapes. I wonder what politician, what celebrity, all this is going to come out during the trial. And a funny thing happened. Once the trial started, it got broken down to just Diddy's quote unquote girlfriends. That was the only freak offs that were exposed and talked about. And we were so busy keeping up with the trial. I mean, here and there we spoke about it, but we didn't really dive into the fact like, wait a minute, why with all this footage? And remember, they told us how much footage, and it was I just remember it was a whole lot of footage. Yet when the trial came, there was only a little footage of secret freak offs that Diddy had with his girlfriend. And according to stuff that's coming out, that's where the fix was in. And basically, Diddy was told that he would get off. Maybe there were politicians on that tape or people who had political power or power within the courts that told Diddy, we rigged it, you good. And that's why Diddy was so confident that he was about to beat the case. Well, I bring that up because Mark Curry, who was a rapper, bad boy rapper, he was seen in 50 Cent's new documentary about the Diddy stuff. Mark Curry wrote a lot of raps for Diddy. Remember, Mark Curry said Diddy didn't have any talent. He couldn't rap and this and that. Well, Mark Curry has come out in a Complex magazine article and made some explosive allegations. Mark Curry suggests Diddy used freak-off tapes to get political favors. Mark Curry thinks that Sean Diddy Combs may have gotten political favors in exchange for keeping identities of people on his infamous freak-off tapes a secret. Now I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna ask y'all, how did freak-off tapes that had unlimited amount of footage, hidden cameras everywhere, how did the Fed seize all that? But all we got was a couple freak-off tapes with Diddy's quote-unquote girlfriends. And that is what we frame these freak-off tapes and freak-offs to be when we know there was more to it. Makes no sense when you think about it. They hid all of that. Like Tracy said, the feds hid all of that tape, and that's why Diddy was able to walk on the Rico, because the most damning evidence, in my opinion, was hidden. Article goes on to say the former Bad Boy artist shared his belief on the Let's Be Clear podcast when asked about the tapes and the power that they have. Mark Curry went on to say, I believe there's a lot of political power, a lot of strings that can be pulled just by those tapes because the people on them were really high-end people. Really high-end people. And so who knows? Could have been Trump on there. Could have been Biden on there. Could have been the mayor of New York, the mayor of New Jersey. Who knows? But what we do know is somebody who has had hidden cameras in every bedroom and collected evidence against people their whole entire time over decades. We know common sense will tell us there are definitely more freak-offs, more freak-off tapes than what he led on. Let's see what else Mark Curry had to say. Giving an example scenario afterwards, Curry claimed that if the director of the NFL was on one of those tapes, then Diddy would have used that information to be in charge of the NFL halftime show for decades. So I say again, Mark Curry was in the inner circle of Diddy. He knows how he moved. He's saying a lot without being direct and saying it. Let me read that again, and I want y'all to pay attention to what he's saying here. Mark Curry claimed that if the director of the NFL was on one of those tapes, then Diddy would have used that information to be in charge of NFL halftime shows for a decade. So what does that mean, or what does that tell us if we dive deeper just into that statement of what Mark Curry is actually exposing? Who knows how Diddy got his Ciroc deal, or his clothing deals, or even record deals? It seems as though Mark Curry is saying that Diddy would have parties, have powerful figures not knowing that they're being recorded, have them recorded doing crazy, freaky things, and then pop up and say, hey, if you don't want this stuff to come out, I need that Ciroc deal. I'm just using this as an example. I need that record deal. I need to beat this case. I need these tapes removed. I need this. I need that. It was a strategic plot from the beginning. Diddy recorded all this stuff so that he could use it as leverage. And this is what Mark Curry is exposing. He said Diddy would use the terms, I need these political favors, when he imitated Diddy. I need these political favors. You got to put that together. Because what do I need to do to make these tapes go away? And that's what they did. They made the tapes go away. Again, they were saying they had hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of freak-off tapes from the hidden cameras that he had throughout his houses when he had all these private freak-off parties. Yet, the only freak-offs that were in the trial were the ones with his quote-unquote girlfriend. It doesn't make sense. And Curry goes on to say, we still haven't seen those tapes, and we probably will never see them. Elsewhere in the interview that Mark Curry did, he explained the power that he believed Diddy had at his highest point. He could bring television to life and put it in front of himself, he said. Curry previously spoke about Diddy and Netflix's Sean Combs, The Reckoning documentary, executive produced by 50 Cent. In it, Curry detailed his time as a bad boy artist and Combs' alleged manipulation. In an interview with WIS-TV last month, Curry spoke about how meeting Diddy turned out to change his life for the worse. When I met Puff, I was like, wow, this is going to make my dream happen. And it wasn't easy, Curry said. I thought that meeting him was going to be a blessing. It was actually a curse. Good morning, Sherry. Lot, a lot to unpack there, man. And now when you put it all together, it starts to make sense. That's why we didn't get any information from Diddy or about uptake. The fix was in. Curry is definitely tiptoeing, and you have to read between the lines. Like Tracy said, Curry is tiptoeing, and you have to read between the lines. But if you read between the lines, you know exactly what he's saying. He's spelling it out. He's spelling out. Diddy definitely used those tapes and got away with a lot because he had powerful political figures who had plenty of power within the system, the courts. He had plenty of power. And like Enoch said, Enoch made a good point. Enoch said it's probably, maybe it was a good thing because the jurors were useless. Yeah. And that don't change the fact that they are still going after Diddy. Maybe his favors may run out. Maybe they've had it with all of his moves and his throwing his weight around. He might have picked the wrong fight this time. But definitely, something ain't right. And I'm glad to see it being exposed. 100%. Mark Curry. Oh, matter of fact, grab Mark Curry's book, Dancing with the Devil. Uh, it's out now. Go to Mark Curry. If you don't know where to get it at, go to his Instagram page, Mark Curry, and it's a lot more in there. That's gonna be shocking. It's so, man. Oh, another news. In the lawsuit of Gardner versus Combs. Do y'all remember that? Let me refresh y'all memory on Gardner versus Combs. We have an update. Uh, this is Lisa Gardner. Uh, 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 Aaron Hall is still. Aaron Hall is still missing. Y'all remember, this is Aaron Hall and Diddy caught up in more mess. This is the story. People magazine, Sean Diddy Combs accuser files amended complaint saying she was 16 years old, a minor, and was raped in 1990. A woman who accused Sean Diddy Combs and his friend, Aaron Hall. You remember Aaron Hall? He's a singer. Aaron Hall has not been seen from the time this allegation, I ain't gonna say allegation, this lawsuit dropped. This 16, this woman claiming to be 16. And this has Diddy involved. What does that say if from the time this lawsuit has dropped, Aaron Hall has virtually disappeared? Does that sound like an innocent man? That sounds like you guilty as hell to me. Let me know in the chat. And this is another horrific lawsuit alleging rape that involves Diddy. Why has Aaron Hall disappeared from the entire planet? Coincidentally, the minute this lawsuit is dropped. Make it make sense. Lisa Gardner filed her amended complaint in New York City County Supreme Court, where she claimed that the age of consent for sexual intercourse in 1990 was 17 years old. Gardner previously alleged in November that Combs and Hall took turns raping her and a friend after meeting them at an event at MCA Records in the New York office. While the original complaint said Gardner was coerced into having sex with Combs, the amended version said she was physically forced into having sex with Combs against her will, and that because she was a minor, she was not able to consent to drinking the alcohol allegedly given to her by the two men. At the time Combs assaulted Ms. Gardner, she recalls feeling the side effects of the alcohol, the complaint says. She recalls Combs mounting her and forcing up her skirt, pulling her underwear to the side and forcefully penetrating her. As included in the original complaint, Gardner alleges that afterwards, as she got dressed, Hall barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced her to have sex with him. The suit also claims that Combs turned violent days after the alleged assault and allegedly assaulted and choked Gardner until she passed out. A representative for Combs could not be reached for comment, though Combs previously denied Gardner's claims in a statement when she filed in November. These are fabricated claims, falsely alleged misconduct over 30 years ago and filed at the last minute. This is nothing but a money grab because of Mr. Combs' fame and success. He is an easy target for anonymous accusers who lie without conscience or consequence for financial benefit. The spokesperson said in a statement, at the time, the New York legislature surely did not intend or expect the Adult Survivors Act to be exploited by scammers. The public should be skeptical and not rush to accept these bogus allegations. The amended complaint, in which Gardner also recalls being in immense pain vaginally, also included a transcript of a recent interview Hall did with Vlad TV, where he confirmed that Combs has in the past been present in the room while he's had sex. Aaron Hall went on a large platform, Vlad TV, back years before people were being held accountable, before these celebrities were being held accountable, way back. In 2000, I forgot what year it is, but this was way back when celebrities were being able to do whatever they wanted and nobody could speak out, voice was being heard. Aaron Hall said on a popular platform, out of his mouth, Diddy has seen him and watched him have sex. He's watched Diddy. This is what they did all the time. And then this horrific lawsuit comes out and then he disappears. It don't sound like a money grab to me. It don't sound like a money grab to me because MFers are disappearing. C. Tuck saw that interview. He was talking crazy. He was talking so crazy, his ass had to disappear. He didn't have much of a choice because he basically incriminated himself in that interview. In the new complaint, Gardner says her life has been overwhelmed by depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and strained relationship with men since the incident. There's also testimony from a friend who recalled Gardner telling her details of the assault in 2019, as well as a letter from a former therapist who says Gardner told her in 2014 she'd been raped by two men in New York at the age of 16. Gardner's amended complaint is the latest setback for Combs, who is facing at least 5 sexual assault lawsuits. Combs was also accused of sexual misconduct by Cassie. We know that. And we know what led to the case. Where the fuck is Aaron Hall? Aaron Hall was a famous singer back in the day. He was R. Kelly before R. Kelly, and that is very eerie right now. If you don't know Aaron Hall, R. Kelly got his initial sound from Aaron Hall. So if you don't know who Aaron Hall is, just think about R. Kelly back when he made 12 Play, and I don't see nothing wrong with Bump and Grind, or even Slow Dance and my favorite girl. All those old songs, that style came from Aaron Hall's style. Aaron Hall paved the way for R. Kelly, and now we finding out in more ways than one. Not only musically, but apparently kinky, and a lot of times illegal sex is something they all have in common. But the fact remains, Aaron Hall, ever since this lawsuit we just went over, ever since this dropped, we ain't seen Aaron Hall. I don't know how a person disappears to this level. How? You tell me. So people are familiar. Guy and Aaron Hall was the shit back in the day. And now they went from being the shit back in the day to a piece of shit in modern day. Make it make sense. If you see Aaron Hall, let him know. We just want to know what the hell, why is he disappearing? Where did he go? Is Diddy financing his disappearance? So the status is, as of January 6th, still no proof that Aaron Hall is anywhere to be found. So much craziness in the world. And on the side note, y'all, I'm watching that video of Q and Day 26. This is just on a complete side note. What did he do to this guy? And he did a good one. I don't know if Island Girl misunderstood me, but Bump and Grind was definitely R. Kelly. I'm saying that era, that style, R. Kelly got that whole style from Aaron Hall, just to be clear, so if anybody else misunderstood what I said. Of course, I know Bump and Grind is R. Kelly. You know, I'm a music nerd. But that style that R. Kelly used for those early songs came directly from Aaron Hall. And anybody from there would knew. But this is another good point. And I'm gonna get back to day 26, but I want to speak on this real quick. He got quiet. And we ain't seen him since. He ain't spoke out. He ain't said nothing. He had, like I said, he was on my page talking shit and standing up for Diddy. And then all of a sudden, you ain't hearing from Stevie J no more. C Tuck says, Aaron Hall, where you at, my boy? But yeah, Stevie J, where you at? We about to APB out for like Stevie J, Aaron Hall, and the rest of the freaky deaky baby old bandit boys. Back to day 6, I just wanted to speak on that because every day I've been meaning to speak on that. I keep forgetting because I don't want to go into details. Diddy violated, but every time I video, just a bunch of grown men crying. It's hard for me to believe they lying. It's hard for me to believe they lying. Itty bitty, somebody called it the itty bitty freaking crew, Lauren. Put a one in the chat if you've seen the day 26 and Q. The old R&B group that was right after the, like in the making of the band when Diddy had the reality shows, and one of the groups that they created was Day 26. And then in recent interviews, them boys just been crying. Put a one in the chat if you've seen any of them interviews of them crying. If you haven't, look up Day 26, look up Q from Day 26, and grab a tissue. Definitely a sad interview that y'all need to look up. Y'all, I can't wait for part 2 of the Diddy documentary, man. I can't wait for part 2, man. I really feel like 50 Cent is gonna really dive into this Kim Porter situation. I believe this part 2 gonna break records, and it's gonna break Diddy even more down than he's been broken down. Honestly. Another thing that we didn't speak on, y'all remember Tyrone Blackburn? Tyrone Blackburn is an attorney who have been going and attacking Diddy a lot. And not just attacking, but he's been the lawyer behind a lot of. He's been the lawyer. He was the lawyer behind a lot of suing Diddy. But you seeing that attorney Tyrone Blackburn, who has been somebody who was on the other had a lot of law represented victims and had a lot of lawsuits against Diddy. He is withdrawn from practice, and they're saying it's from threats. He's just getting overwhelmed, and he allegedly fearing for his life or whatever. This is what I'm hearing in the streets. This is just a peek into what the hell Diddy and goes on when you go against a man like Diddy. Tyrone Blackburn had to withdraw from his whole lawyer practice, which means he's withdrawing from all them cases and everything. What happened? Shout out to Grandma Kathy, said, hey, Island, welcome from Seattle, Washington. We are 3 hours ahead. We start at 5:30 a.m. just to see Mr. Flo. Thank you so much, y'all. You know I appreciate the love. You know I appreciate the love. Oh, wow, y'all. So I told y'all there was a mix-up because I was running test runs. And then when I deleted them, some of them, it didn't delete. So I apologize for that. But for those who were in the wrong chat, I hope everybody else who was in that chat, I hope they came on over here to the real chat. Elise, you know we missed you, Elise. I was wondering where you were. Elise says, hey, Tracy, Island, Lauren, Tabitha, you might want to check your account. I was in the chat. That was apparently a fake one. We were waiting on Flo. I was in the chat from 5:30 until I got in here. Wow. What is that fake chat? I told you, y'all, we got to be careful. I'm too many people starting to know what's going on. Too many big people in high places. They trying to sabotage me, but it ain't going to work. Because the truth will be found. My people gonna find me. I don't care what type of tricks they try. Now they got fake chats. That's crazy. Look, everybody's saying they were in a fake chat. That's crazy. So in that fake chat, was it just waiting? I got a question about the fake chat. Was it just you in the chat waiting, or was it some type of video, or what was in the chat? Was it just saying 8:30 and time was just passing and nothing was happening? I'm just curious. That don't make no sense. Oh, just waiting. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Let's just. Yeah, I would never take that long. If it say 8:30, if it gets to like 8:40, you should check. I would never take that long on the Flow Show No Filter show. Oh, y'all. We got somebody that's catching the live for the first time. Rice Editor says, hey, Flo, long-time subscriber here. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Says, I'm so excited I finally get to catch the live. Sorry about account pick. My son uses YouTube more than I do. I'm Brandy Massey. Macy or Massey? You know Massey? I'm sorry, I don't know if it's Massey or Macy. I think it's Massey, but I definitely remember your name because I remember Massey. I remember Massey, and I not knowing if it was Massey or Macy. So I almost remember the day you subscribed. So shout out to Brandy, y'all. Everybody say what's up to Brandy. Let her know how we doing. The breakfast crew, the coffee crew, the wake and bakers. Everybody say what's up to Brandy and welcome her for her first time catching a live after being a long time subscriber. Rice editor, aka Brandy. Now you're gonna have to get your profile picture together, Brandy, and become part of the crew. This is a welcome crew. We close. Tracy said, "Well, tell a lot of truth in here for someone to try to creep in. It's good. Look at all the love. Fire Glory say, hey, Brandy, I love when somebody, especially a long-time subscriber, is able to finally catch me live. Because I know everybody can't come live, but my ultimate goal is I want everybody and all my subscribers, everybody who watched the show, to be able to come in here and enjoy the live show as we continue to grow and grow and grow. Angelique say, what's up, Brandy? We in here. Okay, well, hey, look, here we go with Sharon. I'm glad. Hey, look, Sharon, Sharon said this is her second time. This is her second day in the live, and she said she loved it. Everybody say what's up to Sharon. I don't think we got a chance to shout out our Sharon yesterday. I love my newbies. I love the people who enjoy my regular podcast and then come into the live. And once you come in one live, you gonna always come in the live. Hey, look, once you go live with Flo one time, you ain't going back. You gonna catch this live anytime you get a chance, because not just because of me. It ain't just me. I can't take all the credit. People love this live because my chat is so welcoming. It's not one of those chats where you feel self-conscious about saying something and a bunch of ignorant people saying ignorant things. This chat is heartwarming. Welcome you. We hold each other down. So it ain't just because of me. It ain't just because of me. It's me and the community. Once people come to this chat and live and realize, wow, just a bunch of good people who care about each other, who are loyal to each other. And some may come and go, but that is life. I love to see you come, but if you choose to go, I also wave you a heartwarming goodbye, because I love what we build in here. And if it ain't for you, if you got any problem, I've never been the one to be mad about anybody that goes elsewhere. But for the most part, don't too many people go nowhere, because this is all the love. You're not going to find this love on the internet nowhere, but on the Flow Show No Filter live chat. You're not going to find this bunch of group of good people who just love and are loyal to each other in all ages, all races, all economic, like everything. We got a melting pot. Everybody is welcome here on the Flow Show No Filter. Whether you're 50, 60, 40, 30, 20. Now, you got to be over 18. I don't want no kids in here. But we have a special thing, man. And so shout out to Sharon. Did everybody give Sharon? Did everybody? Okay, let me put Sharon's up here. They said, welcome, Sharon. C-Tuck said, morning, Brandy. Morning, Sharon. And Sharon says hello to everybody. Let's put it on the big board. But Sharon, where's the love at? Let's see. Fire Glory says, I love live. I used to listen on Spotify and it sounded so free and welcoming. I became a morning live person. I love interacting with everyone. So much love. And we love you too, Fire Glory. One of my favorites in the chat. Just welcome to everybody, and I encourage more people who listen to my podcast on Apple and Spotify. Of course, I appreciate you listening to Apple and Spotify, but stop in on a live. You once you come in the live one time, you gonna try to catch this live every chance you can get. And like I said, it ain't just because of me. It's just a bunch of good people in this live, in this chat, that is good to start your day like this. This is a great day to start. This is a great way to start your day.
No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered. No Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Baker and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in.
Everybody tap into the Flow Show. Much love to everybody. Another beautiful show filled with beautiful energy. Much love to everybody. Angelique said, I guess she vibing to the outro. This is the intro, the outro, the theme song.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in.
Let's get the I'm out to the cat, y'all.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered. No Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Tap in.
Much love everybody for another successful Flow Show, No Filter show. Catch me on Apple and Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Live 8:30 every day, Monday through Friday. And as always, I love y'all, but I'm out.